Welcome to Illusion of Gaia, where there's no fancy pants Final Fantasy intro sequence, just school. We join our hero Will as he reminisces about his stereotypically dead parents. Will isn't the brightest crayon in the box. He doesn't believe that his dead father is dead, and instead vows to become an adventurer, to meet him again. We'll have control of Will soon, but first let's meet his conveniently color-coded friends. Purple Seth, Orange Eric, he's kind of a jerk, and Green Lance. Now that we have full control over the game, we have a lot of things to do, so let's shrug off an authority figure and go save our game. The mysterious floating doorway that just appeared leads to the dark space. We'll be seeing quite a lot of the dark space throughout the game. It acts as a save point, a checkpoint, a place to heal up, and it lets us get some advice and superpowers from our guidance counselor / eldritch abomination, Gaia. She'll also disintegrate us if we decide we don't want to play anymore. With that out of the way, let's steal some things and examine a broken relationship. The collectibles we'll be gathering in this game are called Red Jewels. There are 50 of them total. You give them to this guy, Gem the Jeweler, and he gives you cool stuff based on how many you've turned in. He appears in every town, but his gimmick is that his sprite is different each time you meet him, making him a tricky guy to track down. Obviously, we're going to gather all 50 of the jewels. Next up, Loveless Marriages. These are Seth's parents. In an unusual move for a mid-90s Super Nintendo RPG, they aren't dead. They just despise each other. From one unhappy household to the next. Next we're going to meet Lance's mother, the widow. She's very depressing. So I'm going to rob her blind. And check out this kickin' rad item screen. It also functions as a status screen, basically to tell us that we suck, as evidenced by our defense of 0 and strength of 1. Anyways, we can use the red jewel we just picked up by selecting it, and then pressing B, to send it straight to Gem without having to track it down. Unfortunately, we can't get rewards for turning in the red jewels this way, so we're still going to have to hunt him down. This lady tells us that she's envious of the wind blowing our hair, which it isn't. Yet. It will be, though, eventually, and that's going to help us solve puzzles during the dungeon portions of the game. There are a lot of puzzles in this game. Some of them are in dungeons, but others can appear in plain sight. For example, why is this woman on fire? I've never heard of a treatment that actually makes you smoke, but I'm willing to trust her judgment on it. This is, after all, only pseudo-Earth, not real Earth. This door-to-door salesman isn't going to sell us anything. And in fact, neither will anyone else in this game. There's no money, no shops. As a consequence of there being no money in the game, that guy can't afford a heat source. Before we continue with the plot, let's pay our grandparents a visit. Grandma Lola tries to poison us with her cooking every day, and in fact it's so bad that it's making poor Grandpa Bill go senile. I have no idea what this message means. Anyways, on with the story. We are meant to head down to the docks, to the seaside cave, to meet up with our friends. As you can see, Eric is missing, so let's talk to everybody else first. Talking to Seth triggers this cutscene. There's no way a modern-day developer would get away with a purple dude with purple text who doesn't like girls. Anyways, let's continue on by doing some cheap parlor tricks. Pressing R or L activates Will's ability to move giant stone heads, an ability that will come in handy in the game's many dungeons. This next ability, however, will not. That's because it's not an actual ability. Unsurprisingly, we've picked up the Ace of Diamonds, and that's because all 4 cards are the Ace of Diamonds. Despite Eric and Seth's bogus explanation, it's no psychic power or sixth sense. It's actually just idiot-proof programming. It's not like the people who made the game know which card you're gonna pick. Alright, we're about done here, so let's get the third and final red jewel from the town, and then get home. Not pictured is me walking in and out of this door 167 times to make this guy appear there. The third red jewel is in this pot. How you actually make that guy move from the left side of the dock to the right side of the dock with the pot is beyond me. It's probably at the whim of an angry random number god who hates me. But if anybody knows otherwise, please post. Oh hey, pig wrecking our house. Don't see that every day. I wonder how it got here. More importantly though, I wonder why it has super strength and can literally push us, friction and all, away from the doorway. And yes, the pig's name is Hamlet. This may be important later. Conveniently color-coded pink, this is Kara. She's a bit of a bitch, and wastes no time calling us shabby, and then reminding us that our parents are dead. Man, if that's not enough, she rubs it in too. Hopefully she'll be forced to join us on a grand adventure around the world, where she'll eventually mature into a decent virtual human being. I mean, it's not very likely, right? But it would be nice. There's also no piano, and she should know that after going both upstairs and downstairs. Now, for all the dark moments and terrible people in this game, there are also a lot of lighthearted, cute moments, too, like this one. I really like this scene, and it leads straight into the other end of the emotional spectrum. An abduction. Illusion of Gaia has this tendency to flip-flop back and forth between lighthearted and horrific. Pretty much just like turning a light switch off and on. A princess and a pickup line. How unusual. Anyways, the best way to lighten the mood after a good abduction is with some aggressive foreshadowing. So let me get this straight. Will's grandfather built a prison that no one has ever come out of alive or dead. There's no way we're ever going to get thrown in there, right? Wrong. As I mentioned before, Grandma does like to poison us. Mouse fritters? Really? I'm shocked that Grandpa Bill doesn't remember anything about building that prison. Absolutely shocked. No, I'm not. Grandma's food is also known to cause hallucinations and prophecy. Crystal ring. Now, we checked the item screen earlier, and there was no crystal ring. There still isn't. It doesn't exist. Much like all Zelda games, starting with, well, the very first one, but excluding Adventure of Link, we can learn to play songs that we'll have to use from time to time in order to progress. Still, Grandpa agrees there is no crystal ring. We haven't got one, he doesn't know about it, so I guess we should go deliver the bad news, right? Now that we have a mission, this guy will let us out and onto the world map. That delicious world map, rendered in glorious, glorious Mode 7. Movement is accomplished by choosing a destination and then walking there very, very slowly. But not as slowly as the Edward Castle guards. They have been known to have difficulty catching up to drying paint. Can't see the king yet, so let's take our grandfather's advice and go see the princess instead. But first we'll explore a little bit. By hunter, she means assassin. We still can't meet Edward, so let's head over to the other side and hope that the princess is there. Sound advice. Aw. Now let's go find out about the next horrible thing that's happened to someone. It's us! We've been called shabby again. Note that shabby is in fact the most common insult flung towards Will. A quick spot of blackmail later, and we're in to see Kara. Once again, by hunter, she means assassin. But her concerns are legit. Her parents have gone crazy, as we'll soon find out. Talking to that guy as we leave causes us to be propelled a little bit down the walkway. But first, we can go and get this red jewel. How are we supposed to know that the red jewel is there? We read the manual. The instruction manual for the game came with a full walkthrough that includes the location of every red jewel. Now then, let's get this over with. If he's gone crazy and started hunting assassins, I don't really want to think about what'll happen when we tell him that we don't have the ring he wants. Again with the shabby. No, we didn't bring the ring. The ring doesn't exist. And surprise, surprise, not sure if you saw this coming, but we're getting thrown in jail. The very same jail that our grandfather built, that no one ever leaves alive or dead. Well, we sure done it now. We're in jail. Sorry, folks. Game's over. Or is it? It's not.